Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Scorpio for the month of February 2019. Welcome, Scorpio. Hope all is well in your world. Just a quick shuffle to see and get messages for you for this month coming tomorrow. Energy around the situation, Scorpio, is the King of Swords. King of Swords is a very sharp-minded sort of a energy. As it says, it's a guy, so there could be a male, or for male listeners, it's all about being clear about what you want. Also, having that clear idea of what you want and where you're going and how you're going to get there is the King of Swords. He's normally someone like a lawyer, someone who's very good with words and communicating. He's also very good at, telling you things that you want to hear. He's the lawyer of the tarot, if you like. So, if we know one of those, it's interesting. But just keep in mind too, it's just that clear, intellectual, strong energy of using your mind to get to where you want to go. Also, expert. So if you need help with something with the King of Swords, I always interpret him as a bit of an expert. But you have to watch him as well. Where you are right now. Five of Swords. Oh, the awful Five of Swords energy. This could have some bearing on the lawyer side of things, the justice side of things, Scorpio. At all costs this month, where you are right now at the beginning of the month, it's about sidestepping any sort of battles or crises, mainly battles, knowing when to sort of sidestep it completely. Because with the Five of Swords, you won't win anyway. It's a futile battle. So if this is you in early February, just be wise, be clear about it and step aside. Let's see what's bordered on, though, with the crossing card. So the crossing card affects all the cards, as I've kept mentioning. Yeah, and we have the Four of Swords. So definitely taking a step back, Scorpio. Just step back and have a look at it from a distance. Observe the situation you find yourself in. So I'm already be very clear this month of what's going on, what you need to avoid in terms of conflicts that may be sort of brewing away. Sidestep them, step back. As the Four of Swords says, it's time to just step back and just observe, as we said. Okay, let's have a look at the energy in the background of the situation. So what's been building up towards this. Yeah, more swords. Interesting, all the swords. So we have the crossing card of the Six of Swords. So a lot of difficulties have been overcome in the background of this situation. So this is yet another little hurdle that we need to sort of learn to sidestep, because you're in a good frame of mind. You've been through a bit of a transformation last year, Scorpio, as all Scorpio, self-deserving, well-deserving Scorpios know. Life is a bit of a transformation from time to time. So there you go, you've got that energy. You'll get through this situation. So just, avoid, sidestep, don't get involved in any conflicts because they're futile and created by others. Recent influences, we have the World, so the successful end coming to or conclusion of a cycle. So yeah, this is the tail end of it. So it's like everything in life, isn't it? Nothing lasts forever. There's always a conclusion or the end of a cycle. But this sort of says, yeah, well, you come through it and just get through this first week or how many days of February and you'll be home and hosed, really, Scorpio, with it. And the lessons that you've learned are sort of all here Don't get involved in things that you know are just going to be futile for you. But by all means, watch them. Observe them. Let's have a look at the lesson. Yeah, feeling left out in the cold, but you didn't want to go into that church building anyway, or that building of refuge anyway. You chose to sit out in the cold, Scorpio. It's another 5 card, so conflict, change. Yeah, just stay out there for now. And yeah, you may feel a bit bruised and battered, but that's all right. It's more sort of going, yeah, I do feel like that. However, I can see an end to this happening, this event in February. It's been building, but yeah, and you have felt like that. However, that doesn't last forever either. So let's go over and see near future. And then things start with the wands again, and the rods. Movement starts again. Messages coming through. Positivity. Action starts again shortly into February. So see this as okay. You know, don't be. Just look forward to those messages. Whatever you've put out there will start to come back in. And positively. So you're going to get your ticket out of there, Scorpio. Let's see what's happening that you're not realising. And we have the 3 of Cups. So celebrations coming up soon, Scorpio. 3 people also involved in this. I always reiterate that the 3 of Cups as 3 people. So this can involve these people. Just good news coming for you anyway. But yeah, just be aware that there's a threesome there somehow. I guess you will know exactly what this talks about. How others see you. Yeah, definitely doing really well, and new beginnings coming in with work and just the earthy sides of things, material, work, job, promotions coming through, good things coming through. This is how people see you. So this is a really comforting card, because even though there's this pressure around with the swords energy, is always a bit of pressure. But ignore the pressure, because people look at you and see, well, look, they're going somewhere. They've got new beginnings coming because why? They've worked hard. They've kept their head down. They've kept out of arguments that don't really serve anybody except people who like to argue. So there you go, Scorpio. Just be how others see you. And that's kind of really rewarding in a way, because you think and optimistic. You think, yeah, well, you know, I might be sort of under pressure, but I'm not going to let anyone else see that pressure. I'm just going for what I'm going for. Positive feelings, we have the High Priestess, and once again, major card, second major card in your reading for February. Yeah, keep things very close to your chest, which we can see with the Ace of Pentacles, how other people see you, that you do that anyway. You're gunning for something much bigger than this, so you know. Just be really sort of intuitive and keep things to yourself. There's no reason to be broadcasting anything with the High Priestess. She uses her intuition very wisely and says nothing. She does not reveal her cards whatsoever, this woman, because she knows where she's going. And she knows the best way to get there is through her intuition, not through the swords and pressure and arguments. So that's a wonderful card to get. So there you go, Scorpio. As usual, rising to the top. Where others may fail, Scorpio will always keep on keeping on. The future outcome is the Hanged Man, so waiting, being patient throughout February will really pay off for you. Sacrifice, suspension. So just go with that flow as well. Use your High Priestess energy to just keep going in with the flow and waiting for that news that you're really waiting for to come. It will come, but also it's the Hanged Man talks about, you know, sacrifice and being willing to wait for something that you deserve and that you've worked hard for. It's not an easy feat, this one, but once you've got that goal in your sights, you can use and learn a bit of patience as well, Scorpio. It's brilliant. Just going to put clarification cards down just on, I think, this Five of Pentacles to sort of define that a bit more. Because that can sometimes be an image that puts people off a whole reading. They'll think, oh, I feel, and you do kind of feel a bit out of the game, but that's all right. There's obviously better things coming for you. And we'll just have a look at this page of, and the three people. So underneath the Five of Pentacles, you've got, you're nearly there. You can see your destination. So whatever you do, don't give up. This is just merely a pothole, really, or a bit of a speed hump, Scorpio. Don't lose sight of the goal, whatever you do with the Nine of Wands, Nine of Rods. Let's see what's underneath the message. We have expect the unexpected. So always keep that optimistic view. Never really know when the wind's going to change in your favour, Scorpio. Very much a Gemini card, this Knight of Swords. He comes in at full speed. It sort of creates a bit of disruption. He's a messenger though too, so there's something interesting about messages coming through in early February. Now, just to have a look under what's happening that you're not realising with the Three of Cups, we will look at, and we have the Hermit. So just sit back. Once again, it's that Virgo card, major card. Just sit back and observe. If you know what's going on here, you know that maybe a celebration, maybe three people are involved in whatever is happening that you're not realising. Yeah, just know that to be wise is everything with this card, the Hermit. Just sit in observation. Okay. Scorpio, that looks interesting as usual for you. There's always things happening in your life. Now I'm just going to pull a final clarification card just to tie it all together. Hopefully we'll see what the message is from the universe in your clarification card. Patience. At the end of the way is freedom. Till then, patience. Patience is a fine, noble quality. It implies that everything is possible in the timeless of space and being. And a deep knowingness reminds you that nothing can fail you but your own impatience. Excellent, Scorpio. Okay, have a really good month. And we'll chat in March.